I cannot stress this enough. In trading, especially if you are a beginner trader, you're going to go down a repetitive cycle of loss after loss after mistake after the indicator trap, the course trap, the discords, the telegrams. I'm going to tell you right now that if you don't have a if you don't have the capabilities to stay consistent or stay disciplined in any aspect of your life, not just in trading, because in trading, you're going to find out that it's a personal development program and you're going to be put in front of yourself. Can you listen to yourself? Can you speak with yourself? You know, most people, and why a lot of people can't succeed in trading, but not alone in trading, in life, most people can't sit alone with themselves and their thoughts. And in trading, you need to be able to sit with yourself and listen to exactly what you're telling yourself. Now, the strategy and the psychological ends of trading, which one outweighs the other? To me personally, I think the psychological side of trading definitely outweighs the strategy and charting and technical side by far. As I've stated in other videos, I grew up not being the most intelligent person in the room, and if I'm being completely honest, I didn't even graduate high school. I got my GED while being incarcerated. But that's a whole nother story for another day. Ultimately, what I'm trying to get at with making content and creating a new YouTube channel is I just want to wake up the majority of people to what's real and not waste time on all this extra noise and bullshit and trading, because I've been doing this for about a decade now, and I've been searching for that holy grail strategy or that one indicator that's the tell all, and I wasted a lot of money and had a lot of tears doing that. So hopefully, if you guys listen to what I gotta say, hopefully we can get you pointed in the right track. Now, psychology, really, what does that mean in trading? How do we set our mind to become profitable on a consistent basis? And for me, it's the most easiest and simplest answer. And I think that almost everybody, or majority of people, know what must be done or what has to be done to get to that next level or a certain point in the life that they're trying to get to. Now, success, it's really not hard. It's just life is hard, and there's certain things that might be going on in our life that will put extra fear in us. So why would I want to be taking risks right now in trading if I can't afford to, or my rent's coming up? I don't come from money. And I'm telling you right now, you need to take this risks, because if you don't take risks, all you're ever going to do is doing the same thing you do until the day you die. And trading, these screens behind me is what changed my life. And I feel there's a lot of goat keeped information, or not goat keeped. I think that there's a lot of information that people think is goat keeped, or the mass majority of people think there's more going on behind the scenes. Now, my whole methodology to trading and my approach is understanding that the only thing that ever is happening is buying and selling. Now, us retail traders, we get all crazy and technical, get into this technical paralysis. That's not how I trade. I'm not a bank, I'm not an institution, but in my trading, I would like to think as a bank and an institution when I take my trades. Now I know I'm never gonna get these perfect entries or levels that you know that they're getting on the level that they have, but this is why I trade. This is what I trade. I trade supply and demand. I trade bounces off of key levels. And that's pretty much it. I don't need anything other than volume and my confidence and intuition by using current price action, volume, buying and selling, and previous price action. As I said, I trade supply and demand. So realistically, in shorter terms, I'm looking for patterns and I'm looking for breaks out of those patterns into different ranges. And now I also trade live and I go more in depth about my system while we're live in real time. So if you're ever interested in that, check the links within my description. But trading, is a very hard task. It's a very simple task that's made hard. And I'm a firm believer that, it's no different than you going to college and trying to get a master's degree or your doctorate's degree, or you trying to become a professional athlete, or let's say if you're having issues with your health and you're trying to lose weight. There's no difference in trading. I feel that it's overhyped in the fact that yes, life sucks and majority of people cannot afford to take these risks because again, as we said, we have rent, we have bills, some people have kids, and life happens. But this is where, if you really want to get to that next level, you're going to have to take sacrifices and make certain sacrifices to alleviate money pressures for you to get onto this level that you see on Instagram and YouTube. For me, I'm not a materialistic person. I am a father to two beautiful daughters, and wealth to me is me being able to work home. This is my home office. I'm sitting in my house right now, and my daughters get to come in and out as I please. I am an involved father, and that is freedom. I don't need to be sitting behind a Rolex. I don't need to be sitting behind Lamborghinis. I have the materialistic things. I have a Rolex right here. What does it ever do? It just sits right there. you know, Trading, you need to be delusional, especially as a beginner trader. With me, as I said, I don't come from money. I came from a hardworking family. My father, I wasn't born in poverty, but I wasn't born with the stable stability that you see. My mother grew up with drug issues. My father was never around because he had to work a million jobs, and my sister had raised me, and ultimately she passed away from cancer. And the reason I'm saying this is because life happens and life sucks, but ultimately how we get through it is this right here. It's, oh my God, things are horrible in my life. What can I do? You could either sit there and harp on the bad, or you can accept and move on. And this is what separates the people that win from the people that will always just be in these repetitive cycles. And how does this relate to trading? Trading, as I said, is a very mental game. You need to be very, very one with yourself. You need to, as I said, really be able to listen to yourself. And almost in every one of my live sessions, one of the questions I ask all beginner traders, well, not beginner traders, people that have been trading for a few months, almost close to a year, I ask them, is it easy? Can you confidently say that you can make $200 a day in the futures market trading? And almost 80 to 90% of those people that I ask say yes. So my follow-up question is, if you can say that with confidence, why aren't we profitable on a consistent basis? And the answer to that is greed. The need for more is, it's a very strong and crazy need. We as humans, we are emotional. And this is again why mindset is key, because how we react, how we control in anything, no matter what's happening. Trading, we're working with money. And even though money is nothing in the society that we live in, money is everything. There's people that kill themselves over the shit. And this is why I started creating content, because I feel like I need to be the voice for the people that don't come from money, because I did not come from money. I came from a labor working family that all we ever knew was work, 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 and then hard work after that. And trading is not as hard as people are making it out to seem to be. People are turning trading into a marketing world, and it's really starting to get on my nerves. It's no different, as I stated before, than you trying to master or learn any other skill. It's going to take time before it becomes that second nature, before you get that intuition. It's just the stress of money. And you compare, we get into the journey of trading, and we forget to give ourselves the credit that's due for the work that we are putting in the beginning stages. And this is something that I struggled with because realistically, in my first 3 to 6 months in my journey, when I decided to really take it serious, I would make money, and it would be more money than I used to make in a day or in a week. And I would make that within 15 to 20 minutes of my day, where I used to work 9 to 12 hours a day, 40, 50 hours a week for 500, 600 a week. It was hell. So, what right do I have holding on to these trades when I've already made more than I've used to making in such a short amount of time without having no buffer? And this is something that, I really struggled with because I made the money, and that's what kept me in the game, because I would make the money and then greed came in. I wasn't happy with $200 in 15 minutes of time, and I wasn't proud that I made that within 15 minutes of time, because then I would go scroll on Instagram and see someone took the similar trade that I did and they made $5,000. So the joy that I just had of, yeah, man, a good trade, I stayed true to my rules, all out the window just because I compared myself to somebody else who's on chapter 20 when you're on chapter 1. And this is why you need to take it slow, because if you decide that you hop into this journey, it will come to you. The money will come to you. You need to not focus on, oh, I want to make a $5,000 trade. I want to make a $10,000 trade. I want to make a $20,000 trade. Realistically, it will come in time, but it's not going to happen in the first 6 months. It's not going to happen in the first year of you and your journey. It's going to happen when you have that confidence, when you have that market intuition. And how do you get that market intuition? Experience, by going in and starting. Now, how can we do that? We can open up a paper trading account. There's many platforms that have paper trading for free. And if you need my guidance or mentoring, you can join in the community. It's behind no paywall. We go live 4 to 5 days out of the week from 9:30 to around 12. And again, I trade my system live, and I explain my entries and exits as we go along.
What that is
There is a lot of noise, and especially if you are a beginner trader, you are going to go down a dark path of all this false information and readings and just all this bullshit. I'm sorry for my language, but there's just a lot of not false information, I would say, but misguidance for people to sell courses. When in reality, the only thing that is ever happening on why that candlestick is moving is because someone somewhere is pressing that buy or sell button. Now, it could be us retail degen traders, or it could be a bank, an institution buying in a manipulated and calculated way. We can also look at the news and what's going on in the world. If you're trading the NASDAQ, we can look at the Magnificent Seven, we can look at the SPY, the VIX, your big tech stocks to make decisions. If you're trading gold, what can we look at? We can look at the dollar. If the dollar's up, gold's down, and vice versa. If gold's up, then the dollar's down. And you can look at your other metals to make your decisions aligning with gold. And yeah, guys, for me, money moves in a river, and money moves in a flow. And understanding why that money moves, not just in trading, but outside of trading. Try to figure out why people spend through times of recessions, or through holiday spending, through your seasonal shifting spending, and you just altogether, guys, to become a profitable trader, you need to be able to listen to yourself entirely. You need to change your mindset to be delusional. If you are a beginner trader, I'm going to tell you right now that it is possible. Just like anything, trading is no different than you going to college. It's no different than you trying to master any sort of profession. It's just, are you willing to show up every day and do the work that's necessary regardless of emotion? Can you stay through your trading, through your losing trades? Can you really follow your plan? Can you set a proper risk management system, and can you follow it? Now, what is risk management? I feel that people always in my comments on Instagram when I post, people say, "Is well, what's your method? What's your risk management?" For me, I don't go by percentages. As I said, I wasn't intelligent and I wasn't really good in school with numbers and all this. So I had to make a system that made sense to me. And for me, it's I have a certain number in each trade that I am willing to take a loss in. And if that trade goes to that number, my trade is closed. And okay, that happened. I'm on to the next one. You cannot let emotions get in the way. This is why mindset is key, people. But again, my name is Socrates, and I'm going to start posting a lot more content for you guys. So comment below what questions you guys might have and what content you all would like to see from me. And thank you all for watching in. Subscribe, man. More things are to come, and I'll see you guys later.